Hello, ladies and gents. This is your favorite neighborhood ElvenScoundrel here to start my new series all about Anthem fashion, aka fashion lancing. So this is my little series where I just talk about all the styles for all the javelins, all the armor sets, my own personal opinion on what I think about them, and just to show you what they all look like in a closer way, as trying to look at them with different colors and different angles without actually buying them. It's kind of a pain in the ass, especially since you cannot see the entire set all upright, which I can actually do here. So the first style that I'm going to show you here is obviously the default Ranger style, which is one of my favorites actually, not only because it's so simple and so easy to customize, but because it's iconic, right? This is the quintessential Ranger look that you see in all the media, all the videos, all the pictures. So it's kind of hard to not like this style. So of the entire set, this is basically what everything looks like, right, on the default Ranger with the default wear states. No, well, actually, yeah, it does have finals. But other than that, this is the default style. So first of all, it's the helmet, which is the full helmet. Again, this is probably my second or third most favorite helmet for the Ranger in the entire game so far, only because it not only looks good with pretty much almost every single style out there, but it's so simple and so iconic that it's kind of hard not to it's kind of hard to mess it up, no matter what you do with it, right? It has really good color options, all little details in the helmet that are colorable. Some vinyls look pretty well on this helmet. The default Ranger vinyls, you can see all those little blue accents on the actual helmet are part of the default Ranger vinyl, as well as a V on the helmet, which add a little bit of color, a little bit of pop into the helmet. But it's pretty hard to not to like this helmet. It's I like the glowing eyes, the position of them. Everything about this helmet, just I love it. I can't really say anything bad about it. Next up is the torso. Pretty cool torso in my opinion. It's a little bit basic, right? But it does give you some detail that is pretty cool to play with. You have all the pipes on the chest, which I really like. I just like I love that industrial, like utilitarian, rough and tumble look to this particular chest. You can see the thick armor plating around the neck. You can see the hydraulics coming out of the neck as well. Pretty cool. The back is one of the coolest part of this whole just the javelin. The back of the javelin in general is pretty cool. You have the thrusters right there, not a lot of armor around them, but just enough, and then you have the spine pieces right there, which look pretty cool. The chest is basically soft material mostly, so the using soft materials on the chest is going to be your best bet, and especially since it already looks kind of soft. The torso already looks kind of flexible, so using metal materials on it, it's gonna look really weird. But even then, the full look is pretty cool. It's a little bit weather even with the new wear state, but you can use things like leather, rubber, and things like that to give it a little bit of pop, right? Next up is the arms, which are pretty cool by themselves. You have the yellow shoulder plates, very simple. I kind of like that little hole popping out, like it feels like they're supposed to like hook it. If you guys play Fallout 4 and you know the power armor, the crafting station, how it's supposed to have like hooks that keep the armor metal off. That's kind of what it looks like here. And then you have all these little details on the shoulder, like the cylinders, the hydraulics on the right next to in front of the elbow, and I like it. It could be better, not gonna lie. These shoulders are and the arms are pretty bare, which is I think the weakest part of the whole set, all in all. But you can play around with it, right? And again, it's pretty easy to color, and it has a little bit of a couple of details on it that you play with them are gonna come out looking really good. And lastly, the legs, which are pretty cool in my opinion. Even if they're a little bit basic, the thigh parts here, the yellow parts, thigh plates, kind of look more plastic than metal to me. Again, it also depends on what kind of material you're using, so your mileage may vary, but at least the vanilla look of it, I haven't even colored this set. This is just a vanilla wear state and a style for the Ranger. Kind of looks like it's more of like a hard plastic covers over the actual frame of the javelin, and then metal on the bottom parts, like on the not the bottom parts, like the under parts, if that makes sense. Which you can see here in the legs, the bottom legs, the knees look sorry about that. I'm horrible with the camera. So the knees part look metallic. Same with the back of the legs and the shins and the feet, and then you have that little like almost rubbery, leathery material on the sides of the feet, around the hydraulics, giving it a little bit of that soft material texture to give it a little bit of pop. So no, it's a pretty cool set. It's pretty easy to color as well. Let's change the wear state to new, just so you can see how well it lends to be colored. But basically you can play with the materials to see what you like the most. But as you can see, it's basic enough that you can use a pretty array of materials and colors, and because it's so simple, it's kind of hard to mess up, you know what I mean? Which is a cool thing. In this case, it's a very nice thing. Doesn't matter what you do with the actual set, you can just play around with it to see what you come up with. I'm just randomly shooting things here just to give it, you know, a little bit of texture. But again, it lends very well to be colored. As you can see, the colors pop. There's little details, like for example, in the helmet, you just saw that it shows on the bare metallics, it shows brass for my gold, quote unquote. And you can see the helmet has a little bit of gold details right next to the eyes. The shoulder parts also have a little bit of golden details right next to the blue areas, which make, you know, the dark blue makes the gold pop out a lot more. So you play with the materials, you play with the colors, you can come up with some really unique styles for your basic ranger style. And I chose a very like off-white color, like almost like a bone white color for the main one, just to not make it too bright. And I think it looks really nice. I think this looks like, honestly, this looks like a Ferrari, like, you know, it looks like very expensive and exotic, you know. It looks fancy, it looks stylish and sleek, which is one of the main things about this whole style, is that it's very, you know, it's very simple, it's very sleek, it's not bulky. And I think colors like this, that kind of makes me think like supercar, work best with this particular armor style. But I think this armor style as well goes really well with more militaristic, earthy colors like dark greens, dark browns, blacks. You can go for a more rough and tumble kind of look, or you can go for the what I like to call the supercar kind of look, you know. So here are the secondary stuff, which is mostly the bottom of the neck, things like that. It also includes, as you can see, it's mostly like the soft parts of the body. You go for rubber. Rubber is actually pretty good as a material to use for a secondary soft. As you can see, you can go for a black. That shine gives the chest that pop, you know, and it gives the other parts a pop. Again, play with the materials, see what makes other things in the particular outfit pop, and you know, like play with shine and play with the opposite of that, the more, you know, the more matte materials, to see what pops out, what does not. Play with the, you know, different color variations here, so I can go for a, I don't know, I'm not taking the blues and the blue here. But again, just experiment to see what you like. And then the soft part is all the straps on the side, so those brown straps. I could go for a leather style here, you know, Praetorian, which I think is only available on the Elysium box, Elysium crates. Unfortunately, they're not available as of the recording of this video, but when they come back, get on them, get all the really fancy materials. Some of them are actually pretty good. Yeah, all in all, it's a pretty damn good set. Again, the helmet is probably my second or third most favorite helmet for the Ranger, all in all, because it just looks good with everything. It's just so simple that it's kind of hard not to play with it or not to choose it when it comes to like going for a Lupita Ranger. Let me take off the vinyl real quick so you can see the difference. As you can see, the helmet, you know, the white V on the forehead, it goes up. The little blue details on the side also go away for more gold. Again, play with the vinyls. A lot of them are, you know, they're not the best. Legion of Dawn vinyl is always a good thing to choose for because it's so simple. But just play with it, so you can come out with a really solid look for your Ranger. That's it, guys. This is again my opinion of the Ranger default set. I love it. Goes well. You can use it to complement other particular styles. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video. Again, this is your fairly neighborhood ElvenScoundrel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.